Alright, stick on the toilet just in case. But the problem is, it's like pet management, I'm not very good at animals. My cat fell out of the window. I'm on the 9th floor of a tower block. My cat had fucked up fur because he was jumping in the toilet. My cat was an indoor cat, but he sort of jumped about and in the kitchen a lot, and he actually got soaked by the chip fat. I had chip fat on the boiling, well, not boiling, it wasn't on, just as well. But I had a pan full of fat, of, what is it called? Frying oil. You know the oil you boiled chips? My cat, seriously, God, he used to be quite friendly once. And he jumped around in the kitchen when I was at work because, you know, it was very hot. And he actually jumped into the, when my cat was jumping around the kitchen, he jumped into the chip pan fire. He literally got himself covered. He tips up the fucking saucepan onto himself when my cat was jumping around the kitchen. And he tipped all this fat, literally chip fat, you know, that you put his chips in. Luckily it was cold at the time. Well, the chip fat was cold, but it was a hot day. And he covered himself in chip oil, you know, in oil, vegetable oil. Like, imagine, I come home from work, I'm a postman, and my cat is covered in vegetable oil. Serious to God, that's what fucking happened. My cat was totally soaked in vegetable oil. I had to wash him, you see. I had to wash my cat, you see. And I had to wash my cat with soap and water to get the vegetable oil out of his fur. And I had to pick out a little bit of fur. Serious to God. So I did it, and I cleaned him, and I washed my cat very clean. And he wouldn't speak to me for about a week or two after that. I had to wash my cat in soap and water because he got soaked in vegetable oil. Drenched. And then I'm on the 9th floor, and my cat, one day I found my cat sitting on the windowsill, outside the window. 9th floor of a tower block, 50 quid to a house, like 9th floor tower block. And my cat was sitting outside the window. And I said, I got the cat, managed to get the cat back inside after that. And then what happened was, I closed the window, and the cat, he was still very spiteful to me. He wouldn't like me, because I had to wash him, because he got himself soaked in oil, and I had to wash my cat, and he hated me after that. He really did hate me after that, you know. Anyway, so I said to my mate anyway, because I had to get him off the window, so I said, look, don't open the window, right? I said to Luke, I said, don't open the window because my cat's stands on the outside ledge, and Luke opened the bloody window, right? So my mate opened the fucking window one day, right? And my fucking cat fell out the window, didn't he? Luke, you remember when Merlin, he sort of like, he was sitting, he opened the window and Merlin crept, he went out again, didn't he? The cat, and he fell off the window, so, who else was it? Was it Lee? It might have been Lee. I was like, remember when Merlin fell off the balcony and 9 floors down? Smash. And the person who rescued him, thankfully, and took him to the vet, thank you very much, missus. And she said, well, yeah, but he was really damaged before he fell out the window. Yeah, of course he was. He got himself. The truth is, Merlin, my pussy cat, I came home from work and I found my cat covered in vegetable oil. He'd been, because it was a hot day, it was an indoor cat, and Merlin ran around the flat and he got himself covered in this vegetable oil Honest to God, he did. And I came home and found him covered, a cat, can you imagine a cat drenched in oil, vegetable oil. And I had to wash my pussy cat. I did, I had to wash Merlin. And I had to pick out a little bit of fur, because it got fucking clotted. And Merlin wouldn't speak to me for about a week. But I had to wash him in soap and water, kind of thing. Believe it or don't. And anyway, my cat is sort of like, I said to my mate, close the window because I found him outside a couple of days ago. And Luke opened the bloody window and he fell out the fucking window, and my cat did too. And 9 floors down and smashed himself to pieces, kind of thing. I mean, he was still alive at the end of it, but I had to have him put down because he broke his back and he broke his collarbone and legs and shit. So I had to get him put down. It cost me a bit of money. Yeah. Thanks for the guy who there was one guy who picked up my cat. What? My cat fell out the window, my cat fell out the window. Some guy went and picked him up and took him to some woman who took him to the vets, Merlin, because Merlin fell down out the window. 9 floors. And some guy, he rescued the cat and took him to the, I can't remember your name, man. I don't remember your name. But anyway, he took him to the driver and dropped him to the vets and stuff. But the reason his fur was fucked up was because he'd been jumping around the kitchen because it was hot the week before, right? And honest to God, Merlin, he jumped into this chip pan. You know how you have a pan of oil on your stove? It was cold. That was bad. Honest to God, my cat, he was jumping around the kitchen and he knocked over the saucepan of fat onto him. Serious to God, 1 week before, or a few days before probably, Merlin kicked over this fucking fat onto himself, got himself covered in fat, and I had to wash him with soap and water sort of thing. You get it? It's truth. So it was a bit of a mess. His fur was a bit messy, wasn't it? It was fucked up. So you have to wash him and all that. And then he jumped out the window. But if you can believe it or don't, it's up to you really. I'm not really that evil. I love that fellow with the bugger. But he didn't like me very much. He used to sit in the fucking kitchen all the time, my cat. He used to sit in the kitchen all the fucking time. And I tried to get him into the living room and sort of like have a good stroke with him, And then he used to run back into the living room and sit in the fucking bin all the time, Cunt of a cat he was. Wasn't a very friendly cat at all. I should have taken him for walks outside really. I don't think it's fair to keep a house cat, probably. Not a very good idea to keep a pet in the house. I don't think I think it's best beneath the earth. Anyway, I tell you, does anybody in the world own a dog? Do you own a dog? Here's one for dog owners in the world, and cat owners as well. Do you own a dog? Right, so I'm not wearing any clothes, I'm on the toilet actually. But do you own a dog? Do you have a dog or a cat? A dog. Do you have a dog? Any dog owners in Britain, right? Do you have a dog? Do you love your dog? Do you love your doggy? Do you? Do you like your dog? Do you love your dog? Right, now look at what they're doing in China. Take a glimpse. Don't watch the whole show, it'll make you throw up. I can guarantee it'll make you throw up. Made me throw up 3 times. But, yes. But if you own a dog, look at these YouTube channels. Go to YouTube and look for these, and go to the China dogs. Just China dogs or something, See what they're doing to dogs in China. You have a dog, yeah? Your little pet. and you love them and they're real, yeah? Your dogs are real, aren't they? They're not just toys. Dogs are not toys. Dogs are fucking friends, right? Isn't it true? Dogs are not just toys. They're not toys. Did you know, if you spell the word dog backwards, it spells God? Isn't it true? If you spell the word dog backwards, it spells God. Yeah? The word dog spells God. Yes? So imagine how a dog feels. Imagine how God feels. Yes? The word God backwards is spelled dog. Yeah? Dog, God, God, dog. Get it? God, dog, dog, God. Yes? Imagine how a dog feels if it's skinned alive in China. Every day, every fucking day they skin dogs alive and they fucking put acid onto dogs to skin their fur and they fucking skin dogs alive and boil them alive and they sicken the fucking head and something has to be done about it. Something has to be done about it now. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. Look what they are doing to dogs in China. Imagine if that was your pet, Fluffy. Oh, here's Fluffy. Bang him on the head. Here's Fluffy. Let's skin him alive. What if that was your dog? How would you feel if that was your dog being skinned alive? How would you feel? Feel it now. Dogs being skinned alive in China. See what they're doing in fucking China? Do you own a dog? Do you have a dog? Do you know what a dog makes you feel like? It's like having a pal, isn't it? Your dog is really, really your closest friend. Anyone who has a dog as a pet, that's your closest friend, isn't it? That's like your best friend. Your dog is like your best friend, isn't it? Yeah? It really is. When you have a dog and you look into his eyes and you sort of like empathise with your dog, and you're like one unit, aren't you? It's like that. Have you ever seen the Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Have you ever seen the Invasion of the Body Snatchers? When that tramp has a dog in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah? Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and a tramp has a dog. And you know the plants land on planet Earth. You know the plants land on planet Earth and take over human being form in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And like, you get this fucking tramp who falls asleep with his dog. And then the plant that takes over the body and stuff, and it comes out, and it's like a dog with a man's head. You know that, like that. Do you remember that scene in Invasion of the Body Snatchers when you get the dog with the tramp's head? Yeah, you know the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You get tramp. So there's the dog with the tramp's head. Yeah, like that kind of thing. And thinking, but when you've got a dog and you're lonely, well, you're not lonely if you've got a dog, are you? You're never lonely if you've got a dog. Because actually, when you get a dog, it kind of like connects the spirit. You do connect the spirit with the dog, don't you? So it's like part of yourself, and you sort of, well, no, your mate, isn't it? Your best friend. Usually, if you've got a dog, it's usually your best fucking friend, man. You can talk to him all the time, don't you? You love your dogs, don't you? You do fucking love your dogs, don't you, in Britain? And, you know, in the civilised world, sort of civilised. You love your dogs, yeah? Have you seen this? Look, go to YouTube and please look at this China shit. What they're doing to dogs in China. If you own a dog, any human being in the world, I want you to go to YouTube. For every human being who loves his dog, yeah? You got a dog and it's your best friend. It's almost like your God in a way. It's like your best friend. Someone you can always talk to and know who's always there. Like, and you do talk to your dogs, don't you? But I want you, dog owners, whoever owns a dog, I want you to go onto YouTube, right? Whoever owns a dog, I want you to go onto YouTube and go to this China, go and look for dogs China or China dogs or something, and see what they're doing to the dogs in China. They're skinning dogs alive. In China, they're fucking skinning dogs alive, man. For fuck's sake, we've got to put an end to it, man. They're skinning fucking dogs in China, right? They boil fucking dogs alive in fucking China. They're skinning dogs alive. Imagine if that was your dog. For anyone in Britain, whoever, who owns a dog, or America, right? Anyone who owns a fucking dog, I want you to look at this fucking channel. I puked up twice at least. Right, I just get puked up 3 times. Anyone watches this, I want you to go onto YouTube and I want you to look up this dog trade thing in China. And I want you to watch that. Because that could be your dog. That could be your fucking dog. Did I tell you that God is dog spelt backwards? I'm an animal. I am an animal. Do you know dog is God spelt backwards? If you spell the word God backwards, it's spelled dog, innit? So dog is God. But when you got a dog, it is kind of like your God, isn't it? Isn't it, really? Because like, I normally spend my time talking to mirrors or cameras or whatever. Like, I mean, I've had a dog before, but I had to get rid of him because he barked too much, Jacob. But, yeah, but sort of like, God is dog spelt backwards, isn't it? If you spell the word God backwards, it's spelled dog. I'm trying to keep it simple for people. I'm trying to keep it simple. God is basically dog spelt backwards. Right? But when you got a dog, you know how it is normally, if you ain't got a dog, if you ain't got any animal, whatever, I tend to talk to mirrors quite a lot, or I talk to a camera quite a lot, you see. Because when I need to talk to someone intelligent, I have to talk to myself. I said when I want to talk to somebody intelligent, I tend to have to talk to myself. So, but, yeah, but when you get so, you know, I talk to mirrors and shit and things like that. So, but when you get a dog, or a cat or whatever, when you get a dog, you sort of tend to talk to your dog. Instead of talking to a mirror, you talk to your dog. And you might have a conversation with your dog. And they become your best friend, your pal. Fluffy dog. Yellow little doggy. But you go to look at China and what they're doing to the dogs. See, when you get a dog, it's like your God. It is, isn't it? It's like having a real God. When you get a dog, your dog sort of like zaps you in the brain. And he's sort of like, I have got someone to talk to now and someone to be friendly with. Yeah? So you got a God in a way. In a way, you got a God. Yeah? When you get a dog, you get a God. Yeah, that's your God, someone to talk to. God, I suppose, is someone you talk to. Yeah? Isn't God somebody you're supposed to talk to? So when you get a God, you sort of, when you get a dog, it's kind of like the reflection of yourself in a way. So you sort of like got a God. So the dog becomes a God, you see. So your God becomes your dog, kind of thing. So God is your dog. Now, right, you got a dog who's your best pal. Actually, your best friend who loves you loads. You got a God, haven't you? When you got a dog, you got a God. Yeah? So he's the best pal in the world who loves you like mad, man. Have you seen what they're doing in China? And I want every dog owner in the world to see what they're doing in China. Honestly, I want every dog owner, everybody who owns a dog, everybody in the world who owns a dog, who loves his dog, I want you to watch this film on YouTube, which is the Chinese meat trade, the Chinese dog trade. You know, what they're doing in China, what they're doing to dogs in China. Have you seen what they are doing to dogs in China? It horrifies me. It makes fucking Clive Barker look like Mary Poppins, man. Do you remember Clive Barker? A lovely bloke. I hope he's still lighting. He did Hellraiser, didn't he? Clive Barker did Hellraiser, didn't he? Do you remember Hellraiser? Pussy. Saying pussy. Look what they're doing in China, man, to dogs. In China. They skin dogs alive in China, Clive. Clive, you're the greatest horror writer in the world, right? I love reading Clive Barker's story. He's a great writer. He's still alive, I hope. Close to the edge, but still alive. But Clive, I thought Hellraiser was frightening. You know, for a while I thought Hellraiser was quite scary. I thought Hellraiser was brilliant. I love the Hellraiser stories. They're fucking brilliant. All of them. There's about 4 or 5 of them. But I've just seen what they're doing to dogs in China. Clive Barker. You're a pussy. Do you remember Hellraiser? You know, like you had Pinhead and you had these skinned twins, these twins. Hellraiser films were fucking brilliant. I love Hellraiser films. Alive. Stay alive. But I'm sorry, but you look like a pussy these days. It's 2018, isn't it? Have you seen what they are doing to dogs in China? Clive Barker. You write it, the greatest horror movies in the world, you did. The greatest horror films I've ever seen were Hellraiser's films. The Hellraiser film. That was scary. That was brilliant and clever. I love the Hellraiser films. I fucking do. I fucking think the Hellraiser films are brilliant, magnificent. Clive. But have you seen China lately? Have you seen China? Have you seen what they are doing to the dogs in China? Skinning the dogs alive, cutting off their paws. They cut the paws of dogs, their hands and feet, while they are still alive, Clive. Clive Barker. Have you seen what they do to dogs in China? They cut the paws off the dogs while they are still alive. They skin them still alive and they put acids to get rid of the fur while they're still alive. And you think Hellraiser is frightening? I said, you think Hellraiser is frightening? Hellraiser looks like a fucking Barbie doll. It's like you make Hellraiser look like Barbie doll. You do. These Chinese fuckers who are skinning dogs alive, they make Hellraiser look like Barbie doll, don't they? I used to think that Hellraiser was frightening. Now I look at the real world. See what China is doing to dogs, skinning them alive. Boiling them alive, cutting off their head. I used to think Hellraiser was frightening. Clive. The Chinese make Hellraiser look like a Barbie doll concert. Honest to God. They make the Chinese, what they're doing to dogs, it makes Hellraiser look like a Barbie doll concert.